Now, I'm delighted to welcome Mr. Vikram Mulye, Director Product Marketing, SMB, India and South Asia at Lenovo India to kindly join this conversation.
Thanks, Gupta.
Hello, Mr. Mulye. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Good afternoon. Am I audible now?
Yes, sir, absolutely. So, sir, you heard Mr. Gupta share his wonderful life experiences with us, his professional journey with us. And now, sir, I have a question that I'm going to throw to the both of you. Let me ask you first. What were the challenges faced by the industry in 2021? And is there any innovation that we see? And how do we get better prepared for 2022 and the upcoming years?
Yeah. So first of all, thanks, Gupta, for this opportunity. And yeah, it was really wonderful listening to Mr. Vivek. I think the passion with which he spoke about startups and an entire crypto thing is something which is worth admiring. I mean, not just for that field, but anywhere in life. I think that's something which can take a person places. So something for me to look forward to take from this session. Specific with respect to your question, yes, I think COVID has turned the world topsy-turvy for all of us, right? So, if I talk about changes which have happened with the industry in the last 2 years, it's primarily all COVID driven. But if I have to still try and pick up maybe one or two key trends, the first one is the big adoption for work from home. I mean, I'm sitting at home right now as we do this, as the third wave Omicron has again sort of scaled up. So that has necessitated work from home for most of the organizations. And how IT vendors like us provide solutions to overcome that challenge has been one of the big learnings, I would say, for us. The second is around the supply shortages, which again is not new. I think we keep on hearing about the integrated circuit shortages happening across the industry, not just for IT, but even for telecom and others also. So how do we work around those? Those are the challenges. I think on work from home, what has helped us is typically the kind of innovation spends and the research and development efforts which have been put in earlier that have helped put us devices in the hands of users which are more adept for working from home. And when I say working from home, it is about being connected continuously. It is about being connected securely. It is being able to do teleconferencing. So having the right AV kind of solutions. That I think in a nutshell is something which has worked well for us. And on the other side, more of a Lenovo tom-tomming, but still let me say that is I think on the supply chain perspective, we were able to recover quickly on a worldwide scale as well as in India, thanks to the vertical integration which we have, or the kind of alliances which we have with various stakeholders. I think those are two things which I would say are big changes and where we could adapt well.
Right. Well, thank you for sharing that, Mr. Mulye. And now we have the same question for Mr. Gupta. What were the challenges faced by the industry in 2021, and how can we get better prepared for the future?
Sure, so I think I'll try to answer that from a very crypto angle, since that is the industry we are currently working on. I think one of the biggest challenges that we face as an industry, the crypto industry today, is to simplify and demystify crypto for its massive adoption. To that effect, I think it's very important for us to further strengthen and foster the trust in this ecosystem. It could be from building upon security even more, strengthening of the ecosystem even further, or educating the users, right? Everything that we can do to foster the trust and therefore basically make it simpler, demystified for our end users. In terms of the major trends, I would like to imagine that this year we will see the strengthening of Web 3.0 to a very large extent. We will see a lot of Web 2.0 companies, especially those are in the social media and social marketing space, to be moving into Web 3.0. I also see strengthening of increased emphasis around regulation during this year, right, with the possibility of some on-chain, blockchain-based solutions that may be built out to support that. And yeah, finally, I mean, see, crypto is like I said, fast-breaking space. It's always evolving. It will continue to evolve. We can surely expect a lot of movement from that point of view, from an innovation point of view in this coming times.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Vivek, for sharing your thoughts with us on the Economic Times Cutting Chai Stories.